Okay, I just got in a Grayl Ultralight water filter. Got it off of Amazon. I'll put the price up. These things aren't real cheap, but they'll filter a lot of viruses. This is a 16-ounce version. They have a bigger version, I believe that's 24, that you can actually, has a little drinking spout. This is the filter element. They said this one's good for 300 presses, which you fill up this container up to about here, start it in there and push it up through, and it'll push it up to the inside. I'll take it apart here in a minute. They say it'll filter 40 gallons of water at 2 liters a minute. All right, that tells me that if you're gonna be out in the bush somewhere for quite a little while, you at least want 1 gallon a day. I prefer to go 2, especially if you're hiking and moving much. So you figure this might last you 20 days, around 3 weeks. I'd figure about 2 weeks per filter, just in case. This will filter out almost anything, but like any of the other filters, when you pop this out, this is what you fill up. I would hold a rag or cloth or something, fine cloth, over this, several layers, as you're filling it up. It'll help filter out the crap, and the less crap that goes into this filter, the longer it'll last. So you're kind of better off doing that. I do that with virtually anything if I can. This has a charcoal element, so it takes bad taste out also, and smells. It'll filter chlorine, benzene, and chloroform is what they say. It filters particulates, microplastic, sediment, silt, which if you can screen that out with a cloth or something, you're a lot better off. Heavy metals, it'll pull lead, arsenic, and chromium. Protozoa, Giardia, Cryptosporidium, and amoeba. Bacteria, E. coli, salmonella, and dysentery, which is always a good thing because you always seem to catch that like at the worst possible time. Viruses, rotavirus, norovirus, and hepatitis A. And it filters 99.99% of those. Bacteria, it's nearly 100%. You're talking like 0.49s after. Protozoa, 99.9. This is a replaceable element. They run, I think, 20 or 25. I'll put the price of those up too. See if I can remember how to get this out of here. Pop that out. Spin it and rotate it out. This is your filter element. As you're pushing down, the water comes in here, comes out here into this. Okay, and then all you do is you remove the top and drink out of it. You can refill this, like it said, 300 times, which sounds like a lot, but you figure this is 16 ounces. So you have to do this about 8 times for a gallon of water a day. And if you're actually really doing anything, I can go through a gallon of water pretty easy depending on what I'm doing, especially if it's hot. It's not all that difficult. This, once it's used, there you go, just screw it back in until you hear it snap. Once this is used, you can store it for 3 years. After that, it's time to get a new one. Now, from what I was reading about it, if you're out for a weekend or something and you're using this, you can take this out, dry everything up really good, set this out, leave it dry, and I think they said a minimum of 4 days in dry weather to dry out all the water and everything that's in it, and it'll store, again, up to your 3-year limit. I've got another one of these that I had come in. I always figured it was a good idea to get several. I'll probably get another one. And I might actually, if I like it, I might get the bigger one, but this is gonna go in my oh shit pack. I like the idea of being able to filter viral, although in this country, for the most part, you don't really have to worry about viral unless you end up downstream from a feedlot or something stupid like that. We don't have a lot of that going on. In most of the other country, in a lot of the other countries in the world, this is a must. Viral is a bad thing in a lot of countries. Hell, even if I was taking a trip down to the country south of us, I think I would take this along. and get rid of ice cubes and things like that. I've heard of people getting a few of these things on here from eating a salad that had been washed, thinking that they were being okay, but it was washed with unpurified water and they were blowing their guts out for a few days. I don't know. Some of my friends that travel extensively around the world, they make the comment about the only safe thing to really truly eat is if you're out and you can't afford to be losing a lot of your system in the downtime from bad food and bad water, is they'll eat pizza almost anywhere in the world because they say at the temperature that it's cooked at, it'll kill everything. And I do believe that's about right. And the water, you know, you can't even suck down ice cubes in a lot of countries because it's unpurified water, and freezing don't always kill everything. So this is a good idea. I think these run, the big ones I know run 80 or 90, and I think these are 60 or 70. Like I said, I'll put it up along with some of the details in the video. Now let's go out to the pond and pull some water and see how it goes. Okay, we're down. This water isn't undrinkable. I see a lot of deer tracks and prints right through here. Let's get down where I'm not messing it up. It's really rather muddy. So what we do is we take this out. There's a mark on the side. That's where you want it filled up to. I'm not going to use a filter cloth on this. I should, but I'm not going to. It's got a really hard clay smell to it. The best bet would be to find water that's moving. You can't always do that, so sometimes you have to get what you take. This, as I was moving it around, there was bugs floating and stuff, so I was trying to avoid with the bugs and things along that line. I got most of it. There's a little dust on top that I got in here, but this will be a good test because it smells, you know, it smells green. Now you can smell the algae, different things in there. All right, you set it on the ground. Make sure your filter's on. You slide it in. Crack the top just a little bit to allow air out, otherwise you're going to be pushing really hard on this thing. And then just start forcing down. They say 15 seconds. Okay, it hit the water. I can feel the difference in the resistance. Just keep a steady push. This isn't a rabbit race. Think more like the tortoise. It takes a little bit of force to push down. Just lean your weight on it. That's no big trick. Okay, there I was building air pressure. Got difficult. Make sure you loosen it up enough that the air will get out and it pushes down actually rather easy. Okay. There it is. That water actually, it has no smell. We'll come around. Has absolutely no smell whatsoever. Perfectly clean. And let's see. No taste to it whatsoever. And trust me, this water would have a taste to it. Grayl, this is a nice filter. They work well for the price that they are. They ought to be. We'll find, you'll see on upcoming videos whether it actually filters viral or not, otherwise, or bacteria. Because if I come on in a later video saying that I was blowing my guts out and talking bad about it, we'll know it didn't work. But I have every confidence in this. I know too many people that have them. I decided to get one. So if you want the ultimate, In water purification for pack along easy, fairly easy pack along, get the Grayl Ultralight.